Session 5. Authors channel readers' sympathy by controlling access to the characters' inner thinking. Yesterday we were able to watch the video Be Brave, where we can see the brother, who at first we thought was a delinquent, was doing something nice for his sister. As we were watching this, it was almost as if you realized the author laid out red herrings or fake clues, the way mystery writers do, to lead you to a particular perspective to think negatively about the boy. First, we were suspicious of him because his posture was so fugitive. He snuck around the alley, all bent over. He looked sharply around sirens. Most of us were even unhappy with him when it seemed like he was defacing buildings, staying up all night, and making his mother unhappy. Remember in the video how she kind of rolled her eyes at her watch as if thinking, once again you do this? And what's important here is we don't sympathize with the boy because we have no idea what he's thinking or feeling. It's not until later we understand and sympathize with him because we get the full picture. Today I want to teach you that one way the authors control readers' sympathy for a character is by giving or restraining access to that character's inner thinking. When readers have more access to a character's inner thinking, they tend to sympathize more with that character because we tend to know more about them and we can relate to them. Readers then can investigate which characters they sympathize more or less with and why. Well, you might be thinking, what is sympathy? Sympathy is when we feel something. When we feel sympathy, it means we feel pity or sorry for someone's situation. For example, if a friend's dog gets hit by a car, you might feel sympathy towards your friend and the dog for their suffering. As readers, we sometimes have access to characters' inner thinking, which allows us a deeper level of understanding. Let's turn back to our read aloud from Matt de la Pena. I'm going to reread this section. I want you to think about which character you sympathize more with, the dad or the boy, our narrator. I'll start when the boy has decided he wants to ask his dad if he can drive him to the morning to get to the gym. Wander into your cramped living room after dinner that night. Work up the guts to describe to your old man the importance of competing against the best. You've outgrown your local run. It's time to put a foot in the deep end. So what if he doesn't know the rules of the game? If all he does is sit there silently beside the TV, working on a toothpick in his teeth. So, what do you think, Pop? About what? Would it be cool if I went to the gym with you to work every morning so I can play some ball down there? He'll look at you suspiciously and then turn his back to his cop show and his toothpick. You'll take this as a no and assume the fate of the most important summer of your hoop development now rests in the hands of the county bus system. I want you to think about, who do you sympathize more with and why?